Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Ingrid Vandervelt, and you are on the road with Ivy, back with Craig Newmark of Craigslist. And we just wanted to go ahead and provide a quick intro because what just happened was Craig and I were actually in the break. And while we were in the break, Craig continued to work, and he was doing what he calls customer service, but he was actually getting rid of someone who was abusing the system, which I found fascinating. And so here you're about to see what just happened there. Craig, thanks for letting us keep rolling in that.
Sure.
Okay, they're saying hold. How are you, Craig? You doing okay on time?
I'm doing just fine.
Awesome. I didn't tell... Oh, go ahead.
I'm doing a little work as we talk. I'm getting rid of let's say, unscrupulous apartment broker in New York City, but that won't be very long, and I think I want to get rid of his stuff because he may be cheating people.
Oh, wow. Well, geez. Okay, they're telling me to start in segment number 3, but that's actually something I wanted to ask you about. And is that somebody, they just have been flagging that person in New York, and you now need to get involved and get him out of there?
Well, in this case, it's basically someone just reported this guy who's been pretty abusive. I checked it out in our system and our internal tools, and the person reporting the problem is completely right. So I just got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and that's working out pretty well. Yeah, it looks like there is some definite deceptive advertising here.
And what does that mean? What do you mean? And how is he abusing the system? Okay.
In this case, a person is apparently an apartment broker, but they're posting in the owner section because that way people look at those and they go to the owner section first in many cases, since there are no fees involved from when you're renting from the owner directly. There are fees frequently when you're renting via a broker, but in this case, it looked like a broker was posting in the intersection. That way they can also avoid paying for the ads, which is, we do need them to pay for those ads.
You know, Craig, it's interesting because listening to this story, actually, I have a colleague, John, and he runs Sentinel Tech. It's John Cardillo. And essentially, you know how John, he's the CEO of the company, but where he spends the majority of his day is actually doing customer service. He works with MySpace and does security for them, getting rid of child predators. But what I found fascinating about it is that he's not spending his time on management of the business necessarily. It is on customer service and identifying people who are abusing the system. And that seems to be a real kind of key to your success, that you are so hands-on involved with a business like that.
Well, I think you're right there. The idea is that my primary gig is customer service. I need a bit of a break because some of it can get pretty ugly. You know, I have seen some stuff I wish I hadn't, but that's the job.
When you say you see stuff that you wish you hadn't, what do you mean by that?
Rather overt and nasty racism in some cases, pictures of a real unpleasant nature being posted, that kind of thing.
How do you keep yourself then from getting, how do you stay focused on, clearly you're doing a lot of positive things, but when you see very difficult things, because I know you're working with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and I actually met with them last spring, but some of those things have to be pretty difficult to see, and how do you deal with that?
I just deal with it. You know, I see something unpleasant, I wish I hadn't seen it, and then it's back to work.